And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our GLEC Valpo Valorant here against IT. I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with my co-host.
Yeah.
And we're joined by a couple of boxes in the back, but don't worry about those too much because we got an exciting game going on today. Definitely really, really strong. Obviously, had a couple of reschedules going on, flipping the schedule around a little bit. So that's why we're coming at you on a Wednesday rather than normal Valorant Saturdays or Valorant
Fridays
Fridays,
now.
excuse me,
Yeah.
for GLEC. Sorry, schedule gets mixed around a little bit, but obviously happy to be here, and we're gonna move into our roster today. Should be a roster that you've seen before, right? As you have Egg, Johan, Gamer Films, Artie Party, and Ramon. So definitely a team that we're all familiar with now. Been winning, right?
Yeah.
Put strung together 2 wins out of the last 2 games, especially. So on a bit of a run right now, especially for trying to secure just land placement in general. You have to start putting these wins together early. So whether it's this game or next game, we don't know definitively, but either way, wins are important, and definitely
hmm
getting these ones today is going to be big.
Yeah, so we're gonna hop over to the actual gameplay as the pick section is about over. First map, actually, you know what? Let's backpedal a moment, shall we,
Let's get
Blake?
a big
Let's look at
overlook.
let's look at maps,
I
huh?
like that. I like that.
Oh, you know what?
Okay, so
Maybe we don't look at
we are
maps.
right. We are right on at least the first one though.
Well, yeah,
Right on first and second, it looks like. Yeah, map
yeah,
three is going to be
map
corrode,
three's
so we
corrode.
we apologize about that, but
It'll
you at
be
least get
here.
a slight peek ahead, right?
Wait a
Like
second. It,
that's
it updates. It
There we
updates.
go. Bang.
Yep.
Okay, so slight peek ahead, right? Haven, Bind, Corrode. It's going to be our three. We've seen Valpo do extremely well on Haven, but Bind and Corrode are two maps that we haven't seen much play out of the last 2 weeks. I feel like, especially getting deeper in the brackets, we're going to start seeing these kind of comfort picks get pulled out a little bit, especially because we know that Lotus was banned pre-map, and that is Valpo's best map. Period. They play extremely
hmm
well on that, but Haven is another one of Valpo's favorite maps that they like to play because you see these champion setups, you see agent setups, excuse me. The league player in me's talking, but you see the agent setups we're pretty used to here. You're gonna have the Vice setup, Vice and Artie Party sitting up over C site here. You have Ramon's lineups as well coming from the side, and Johan on the Jet again. Been the kind of key player in a lot of the DPS that this team puts out. So being able to peek this early with the Sheriff, you're gonna see the Viper wall is up. IT immediately peeking around the corner of it, and Johan's gonna start this off strong, getting the first pick and dashing right back. Although the four of IT are pushing up mid, so that was just a Viper roam. They probably rotated away from Johan's site. They know that he's a pretty strong 1v1er. You have Egg around the corner on this breach. A really nice flash right there, but Pink's going to take one. Z-Killer's taking the second one. Egg sitting back, but Z-Killer takes a trade while Egg was looking for flash, and four of Valpo is down. Artie Party's the only one left at doors here.
Yeah,
Or
the
excuse me, at garage. Whoopsies.
actually pivoting to C. This might work in Artie Party's favor. Gonna
Bang.
find the first. Knows where Yoru is, but Killjoy to the right is gonna be hard to
Ooh.
find. Yeah, everyone's just gonna swing at once on pistol round. It's a little difficult to get that many people lined up and click them individually
Yeah.
because no full auto weapons. But great start out of Valpo, and then it kind of crumbled. They got some entries there while moving into B after the Vice
Yeah.
Thorns, I guess you would call them.
Yeah, you could kind of see Valpo was a little bit disjoint when how they wanted to re-peak B, because I
hmm
felt like you lost the 2v2 on the right from Gamer Films and Ramon, and then Egg peeked out left and then popped away to flash, and while he was flashing, you had Johan peek out from the side, so it was a little bit disjointed, but there's immediately going to be a bounce right there, taking out the thing. Z-Killer's going to drop one, but Johan and Gamer Films are going to trade out the second one as well. That's going to be two down. They're looking to pick up a weapon here. Just flash up, get Johan a little bit aggressive. He's going to be able to pick up a Bulldog. They're trading the spot on C for better gun advantage, at least on the retake. So Spike is planted now. Going to be looking around garage. There's the drone out, give him a little bit of recon. Going to be careful because IT does have a really nice setup here. You have two peeking long and then one holding garage, but it looks like they're not going to see it. Yor immediately teleports C long here. It's just going to hold back. Voidlord finds the first one, finds the second one, and Ping pops out for the third shot, and Valpo falls down again, this time on the retake.
Yeah, it might be a 2-0 start here for Indiana Tech, but I wouldn't be that worried on the side of Valpo. I don't know if we've seen them ever win the pistol round or the second round on
Yeah.
any of the games we've done here this year. So pretty normal stuff. This is going to be the bonus for IT. This is where you need to capitalize if you are Valpo looking at the guns. Only going to be two sheriffs on the side of IT.
Yep.
Almost full buy for Valpo, a couple light armors on Egg and Ramon, but this is usually where Johan tends to activate, and it looks like the A fight is going to be fast.
Yep. No, as a Valpo caster now, I've been through a couple of these games. You kind of get the idea of what this team likes to go for, so you don't get too worried on pissed around. But you're gonna hear they're all sneaking up through, not gonna be able to walk through, and immediately swings it. But Bacon's gonna have the angle there and peek it first. That's gonna be a pick down. Johan falls on A long, so now they're gonna have just straight push through these boxes.
Yeah, this is going to be a good lurk out of Killjoy or Artie Party.
Good
Artie
shot,
Party will
Artie.
find it, but A site secured for IT. Luckily for this retake, a lot of weapons still up on the side of Valpo. Going to be full buys, and Yoru is a bit separated, trying to watch that flank with the Killjoy bot down.
Yeah, you're gonna have Egg walking up heaven here, just try to peek around. I mean, playing these retakes is really, really important, especially for Valpo here. They're gonna immediately pop it around mid box. Try and just catch anybody. You have Z-Killer in hell still, just kind of crouched around. He's got smoke, so yeah, there's the push in immediately, but Artie Party is just silenced, so he can't do much. They do kill the one underneath, but it's going to be a 3v1 on point, and Egg is not going to stand for long. Valpo falls again on the retake, so now you're in a bit of a rough spot because that bonus was won with 3 people alive.
Yeah, buy is going to be full and with no real issues on the side of IT. If we look at it, Ping sitting on 7,000 credits. Wilhelm very nearby, Bacon with 6,000, so they're going to be fine even if they do lose this party or round. I was thinking ahead, Stinger Party has come out here. You know, might see some magic. It looks like they are looking to work C and Garage where the Stinger is located. Both, you know, highlight players we've seen really for Valpo sitting over here.
I'll never be mad at a Stinger Party, but definitely I'd rather just a normal
Yeah, for
normal
sure.
buy round, but you know, beggars can't be choosers here. You're gonna have the Yoru clone walk up. Not gonna fall for it though. You still have Gamer Films in the corner. Artie Party sitting on this side, and they are gonna swing this, but Artie finds one. Gonna be able to trade one there with the gun disadvantage. We'll take that because there are 2 C long here. Yoru immediately flash around the side. You have Egg behind the boxes. Gamer Film still hiding out with the shorty. You're going to trade 1 for 1 with Johan. Jumping up to try and get a peek on Yoru. Yoru going to swing it around the corner again. You have the gun disadvantage. And there's the blind out from the side. Going to try and dash in. Does get chunked for it. But Gamer Films is able to trade 1 off. So they're just going 1 for 1 right now. But Valpo falls down a little bit. Ping just uses that shot. Runs out of ammo, and the Vandal swaps to the Sheriff. Going to be able to swing around him. Valpo, closest round they put together so far, even with the disadvantage, but just that very, very end falling apart, not being able to find those shots.
Yeah, Johan definitely had the winning duel there against Yoru. Multiple whiffs with the Vandal on someone with, at most, I think, half shields. I don't think Johan was on full shields there with that Sheriff buy. So definitely lots of opportunities at very low. I think we're just really waiting for Johan to come online. Just doesn't look as crisp at the moment. So, you know, he's definitely a momentum player for the side of Valpo. Once you see him get one, it usually starts to snowball. Artie almost had 2. That round could have went very differently.
Ping throwing out the clone right there, but it actually just ends up blocking Artie Party's shot. But Johan, with the op, going to be able to find the first pick. And like you were saying, it's a snowball player.
Yeah.
So hopefully string a couple more together here.
Issue is Viper is on A. Ramon's going to be here. I'm not sure how the timing's going to look.
You
Sees
see
the
the
gun, but not ready.
There we
Will
go.
get the kill, though. Good job out of Ramon re-clearing that space because we knew no one was on A.
I like being able to take that kill, back up, and look for util, because he's still full util, right?
Yeah.
Like, only thing he doesn't have is dart. But again, we didn't even talk about Valorant changes here being just way more delayed, so there's not going to be as much util as we usually see on these points, especially with the upgraded recharge timers. So we're going to see Ramon being able to take use of that drone, make use of those shock darts is going to be huge. You're going to see Johan immediately peek through, does get smoked though. There are 4 stuck in this rotation here with the Astra ult, as you're going to have to swing it around. Artie Party finds the first one. Ping in hell though, pecks off 2. Johan going to be able to find the 3rd, and that's 3 for him in this round, and Valpo finally picks up their first win here.
Something we've seen work really well for Johan and Valpo is when he pulls out the operator. We don't see it as much as I think we would like because usually he could kind of lock down a site, and with Haven having 3, it is a lot harder to play defense than it is offense just because of the ability to pivot and the ability to work such a map and stretch the defense thin. If you over-rotate, you know, from A to C because it appears like it, and especially with a comp with Yoru, that can just TP onto the other side of the map where your lurking Sentinel and Killjoy is. It gets very rough to be able to fight that. You're suddenly in a disadvantage. So being able to lock something down in one of these sites with an operator is just going to be huge.
Yeah, especially being that Valpo, like we kind of agree that Valpo's weakest point is their early game, right? It's those pistol like eco bonus rounds that you see up early. So because of that, you're not gonna have enough eco to actually give Johan an op, let alone try to give him a spot that can work. As your ult ping is gonna go around and clear C site. He's gonna toss the teleport and then just dash right back. But he is deep in this B site now. Valpo is split around B here. But IT has all the entrance that they need. Artie Putty coming through garage here, trying to look for the peak. You have KJ on the side. Wilhelm's going to be able to pick up 2. Johan does at least trade 1, but Artie Putty falling on the flank is going to put them at a disadvantage here. It is going to be a 2v4 looking on this point, but Johan is going to try and even those odds. Takes the first shot. You do have one in deep. Yep, you still have Yoru on that side. Gamer Films immediately hits the dash in from the corner. He knows that he's there. He's just trying to get him to peek aside. There's the side, but oh, he doesn't find the shot. Looking for the shorty angle. Finds the kill there. Going to be able to take off 1, but 2 still alive with the spike down, and that's going to be a round for IT.
Yeah, just looking at the board, Egg definitely not online yet. You know, your breach is definitely trying to set up your duelist to get Johan into those advantageous positions. Gonna look to use the knives, probably get aggressive here with a full shield buy. It appears Valpo is ready to go down mid, but lots of great moments here. Just looking to put it together. 5-1 is definitely nothing to be too worried about yet. Can definitely go in their favor. You know, one flawless round gets you a majority of their guns and then saves your economy, but playing very passive on the side of IT, and I think that's great. They recognize that knives are probably going to be popped here in replacement of a gun, and they just need to kind of wait it out.
Yeah, I'm just worried about Valpo kind of getting stuck in an endless loop of half buy, like half buy, die, half buy, die, half buy, die, because they are just not catching up right now. But the jet knives are hopefully going to be able to help out a little bit here. So you can see Artie Party lurking in the smoke with Stinger here, and he's going to walk in. He doesn't see Ping right behind him, though, as Ping's just going to pop it right there. He doesn't clear that corner off the shots from C Long, and now Valpo is 1 down on this retake. You have the KJ shooting backside. Gamer Films is there, but Gamer Films only has a classic. So you have the flank with Egg, and it's a good shot, but you can't win a Vandal versus classic fight. So
no, and I think, you know, it's fine for Johan to go in here and die having knives, but at this point you might be looking at telling Ramon to, unless Johan goes crazy, to kind of run away and save this gun. Not going to be able to. Johan just still not online, you know, leading the team, but just a very slow, flat start out of Valpo.
Yep. I mean, I've seen worse. That's my favorite thing to say. Anytime, like, especially in the booth, or even when we're playing like our own comp games, I've always seen worse. I've seen wins come from worse, and 1-6, especially when it's kind of a cascading eco, is really rough.
Plus, you're on the defense side of Haven.
Yes.
It's definitely attack favored.
Yes.
You've seen IT stretch Valpo thin and work the map. One pop off rounds, a very big momentum swing for Valorant specifically. Yep. So just need to see that out of someone, and Artie Party in a great position here, just not landing the shots.
Yeah, it was a good idea. I like the smoke being able to rush up mid because they were kind of taking that space a little bit too quickly. So I like the idea there, but not being able to find the shot on Ping being able to win that. And now IT is regrouping back near their spawn. They're looking for, probably trying to find a pick for a rotation, and there it is. Wilhelm winning out the shot on Johan, and now A site is clear. They're just going to immediately walk up. They're splitting 2 down, so gonna have to see how they want to play this. You still have you still have a lot of util out of the side of Valpo, as Ramon finds the first kill there, teamed up with Egg on that shot. So yep, there's the spike going down here. It's gonna be a 3v4 onto the site, and Vise is popping this ult. Gamer Films is believing in this, but you have the TP up in heaven, and nobody was checking that.
Yeah, so, you know, it looked like Egg half cleared it, which seems to be a common theme with Valpo. They have a suspicion that it could be there, and they have to clear something, but
better
all for not, you know?
Yeah. There's so many of these angles we're just swinging really, really wide. It's it's rough. It's just not taking it out. I feel like those early picks, especially on Johan and RD Party, are just really huge kind of for the confidence there. I like the Vise ult because it was only a 3v4, right? Yeah. It's very winnable, but it's just, again, you had like half buys, you had like Spectres.
Yeah. Right? I'm sure the call did come in from someone else to pop the Visol, and you know, if you pop that Visol and you do win that round, you are hopefully bringing one Vandal, you know, out of that to help with the economy. But It is just not looking great money-wise for Valpo.
Yep.
And it's really not that they're getting outplayed, just none of the shots are landing. There we go.
That's one. Again, Dashback still has a vision over one there, and then one immediately picks windows as he turns away, but Valpo going to be able to at least trade, so it is going to be 2 down for 2 down, because Artie Party was able to trade 1 kill before falling off there, so it is a 3v3 going on to the C site, and Gamer Films finds the first shot with the Stinger, but the others just get cleared out on the other side, and Valpo falls another round, going to move this to 1-8.
And I'm not sure because we could definitely hear that player running up C. You know, C has a very distinct sound. It's just like sand when you're running over there. And we heard that player a large box. I don't know if we thought it was a Yoru clone or what it may be, but I think, you know, Gamer Films definitely should have heard that. And maybe look at a timeout here. The op is back online. I'd say this is where it's kind of tragic for Valpo if we don't find something. We're investing basically everything into this. 4 ults online for the side of IT, but this is the angle to hold if you are Valpo at the moment.
Just block off the smoke. I like that.
But they will know Jets inside.
Yeah.
Maybe not. It was pretty good
There we
angle.
go.
And we know that Spike as well.
Egg also gets a kill on the backside, so it is going to be 2 for 2, although you do drop the op. So this is Valpo's best shot, as IT is going to be looking to rotate over to A.
Yeah, it's just be Ramon, I think, possibly hears something. We also haven't seen anyone come in from behind on the side of Valpo. Finally, Artie Party looking to flank, but multiple times the Killjoy has been down. There's not been a flank attempt. Now that Killjoy is up, the flank's coming through. The Star's coming, but Killjoy is going to be ready for this in short.
Yeah, you can see Artie Party walking around,
Gonna
but
whip.
Void Lord doesn't have the shot. You're going to drone out immediately from heaven here. You already had Spike down, but there's Egg popping breach ult. You're going to have walking around the corner. Here comes Artie Party immediately walking up, just straight footsteps and straight hearing right there as KJ finds the 3rd in this round, and then Wilhelm finishes it off with the shorty. Valpo falls another round here.
Yeah, very disjointed out of Valpo. I'm seeing a lot of solo play here. Not a lot of team play, which is something they usually do pretty well. You know, usually they are losing those solo duels, and when we've seen them win against like Bethel, it was all team oriented. Everyone was in on the play, everyone was getting involved. But right now, we're just taking 1v1s and we're not winning them. No one is shooting back.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I'm wondering, at what point do you call a timeout? You know, like at this point, you kind of got to save timeout for next round, I guess. But like, I don't know. It feels like the train's gone a little bit off the tracks, at least in this defense round. So we'll see. As KJO immediately going to pop up, going to give them vision over this, or control over this A site. Excuse me. Johan going to use the little gap up here to walk up to heaven. One player got detained. Somebody got hit on Valpo. Not sure who, but even if it doesn't lead into a kill, it is going to lead into a slowdown as Bacon finds the first kill. Artie Party walking up with the Stinger along this A site, but you have KJ just covering flanks on the back. Johan going to be able to at least trade 1 before falling down, but Valpo is just no vision, no util, no entry onto this point as they are just struggling to get back on. IT, even though they're trading sometimes 1 for 1, they're always winning out in these positional trades.
Yeah, definitely need to see some kind of switch up here on A because it has just been left open essentially the entire game. C has been locked down with that util out of your Sentinel, but you know, switch it up maybe. Throw Vise onto A and throw a little bit of a curveball. Everything has looked repetitive. Valpo has walked out mid or garage, and it hasn't worked because the shot has just not been there at all. This does not look like the Valpo team we are used to.
Yeah. It's just interesting. It's like you said, it's a lot of reliant on 1v1 plays right now. Like a lot of, all right, we're gonna sneak up mid and look for a peek. We're gonna sneak down long and look for a peek. And since we're not winning any of those, every single one of our retakes is at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Like we don't have the util and we don't have the numbers to be able to fight this. As you're gonna see, Johan walks up C long again. He's gonna be able to take the pick here, which is nice. And Artie Party finds the second one. So I mean, hey, when the strategy works, I guess, because Johan just finds a knife straight through the smoke. Doesn't know that there's still one on site there as Artie Party also falls. Valpo still moving around a little bit. I like the idea that they're kind of slow to rotate because IT has not committed to a site yet. Because their early commit ults just dropped a couple. So Bacon gonna lurk up A long here.
And they've brought Vice over to A. You know, that's what I pointed out. And finally, there's going to be some util here to slow this down because after every hit, there's been trades back and forth. It's been pretty even for the most part. Maybe a one-man disadvantage for the side of Valpo, but they've just had a free A site, and now Vice can activate all of the
Nice.
traps and be ready for this.
Uh,
Unfortunately, no trade there. Maybe hope to see interesting Soval commit. I do not like that,
yeah,
but
might have been
got
a
the
little
round.
bit. Yeah,
Um,
might have been a little bit too much invested there because I feel like at that
Oh.
point when you're
That
playing
was
a
the
four.
last round. Whoops.
Oh,
I thought it was.
dude, I am the worst at counting.
It was 10. I thought they were at 9 for some
Same,
reason.
same.
I
I was like, okay, we
commitment
still got.
is good.
Okay.
Commitment
Yeah,
was fine.
okay.
My apologies, Raymond.
Genuinely, I think this is the second time this has happened to me on stream. I genuinely like I don't think I can add numbers. Like it goes to 12.
Yeah.
Every time it goes to 12. Crazy, man.
You know, I wonder if the changes on this recharging of util is affecting Valpo. The characters it affect would be Breach, or no, Breach doesn't recharge at all, does he? His Aftershock,
Mhm.
or his stun. I think that's called his Aftershock.
Yeah.
But
It
and
re-
then Astra Stars, but not
Yeah.
much. It's not like an entire comp being.
It is. It was a bit of a slowdown though because I feel like Valpo did a lot to be able to throw in util to at least cover. As you're gonna have a 1-for-1 trade on this A site here, as Valpo's immediately in. There's the Tassin. 2 are gonna fall down for the side of Valpo. Egg's at least gonna trade another one. Egg picking up 2 kills there, but Valpo getting cleaned out on this A site, kind of getting stuck in between smokes there. I feel like they don't play against the Viper a lot. Especially with
No.
their comps that they like to play. So I feel like, especially if Viper has set up over A site, which it looks like it is, um, they're just kind of getting caught between their own Omen smoke, or not their own Omen smokes.
Astra.
The other, yeah, their own Astro smokes, Omen smokes, and Viper wall, and they don't really know the angle. It's almost like they're getting disoriented when they jump on the point here. So I want to see how they at least change it up a little bit. I would like the idea of just going elsewhere from that Viper, don't even deal with it, but everybody on the Valpo team gets spotted, and they just figure, hey, let's just go for it. As Johan walks out straight into the line of sight of KJ,
It's gonna be
drops
Ro.
down. Wilhelm is just holding this corner. That's going to be 2 down. He's going to swing around the side, get a lot of hit markers, and Ping is going to spray right through it, be able to find the 4th one there, and Valpo gets flawless rounded there. 12 going into match.
You know, I know the strategy there was to run it down with the weaker weapons and try to flood an area, but once we got stalled inside Grot, or even before that, once the dart pinged the entire team and no one shot it,
You
it
back
was
up.
probably time to just stop.
Yep.
Like, yeah, we don't have the ability to push as hard now, and we're at a gun disadvantage, but everyone just got mowed down. And there was also a stack of 3 at C. It's just been no ability to pivot, it seems, out of Valpo yet in this one, and lots of reuse and very little creativity.
Yeah.
Combine that with not being able to shoot back at the moment, it's just not going to go well. Omen should get caught here. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, already be able to pick up one early in this round. Yep, you see Valpo kind of back up a little bit, try to look for a rotation here. At
Good
this point,
drone.
you're trying to just pick up anything you can, as you're gonna see Viper just sitting in there.
Yeah, that drone should kind of stall IT while Valpo comes over to this A site, which just has Ioru. So 1 man to beat, does have the operator. We'll find the first, but I mean, this is very easy to overwhelm. Does not have any utility, no TP. Surely the breach flash comes in. No flash, but stun and smoke to get onto site. And then
Yeah.
we're just swinging out the back. It makes no sense.
Spike planted.
We know
Yeah.
he has the operator. He just killed Astra with the operator.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. I mean, Gamer Films is still on site here. You got peek over on Ramon as well in the corner. Ramon be able to use the shock dart. There we go.
TP did come out though. Gonna get shot in the
Yeah.
back probably. Not aware. Wall actually will spare him for a moment.
Yeah, but
But-
they're immediately jumping down. And Valpo, Game of Thrones gonna be able to pick up one, but Valpo is gonna fall on Haven, 2-13, which is not a pretty game.
Yeah, no, definitely not the Valpo we're used to seeing. That's a little disappointing. You know, I didn't see
Yeah.
any kind of pivot, any kind of attempt to change it up, especially on defense. You know, no timeout was called.
Yeah,
Like, just flat-footed. It just looks like they weren't prepared and almost like they were uninterested in winning. Like,
it was. Yeah,
the
it's
attempt, it just felt like the effort wasn't there to change it up. And I'm not sure if that was just, those first couple rounds we lost the duels and the economy spiraled and it was just too hard to recover, or what it was, because the ideas were there on the defense, and they were getting the damage. They just weren't winning the duel. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Hmm. I mean, I guess, yeah. I feel like I've characterized this Valpo team as somebody that kind of plays psychotically, right? Like
Hmm.
we laugh a lot about it in the booth, but the difference between playing psychotically and playing randomly is that you at least plan to play psychotically, right? Like if you're gonna cover somebody pushing up like B long or like just mid in general, you have util to cover it. You have something, you have some kind of plan that's
Hmm.
in place that if you get a pick, you know where to rotate. If the pick doesn't work out, you know where to go. And it felt like Valpo didn't have plans for either step. They kind of just did things and hoped that they kind of fell in place rather than making plans for what we usually see. Because, like you said, there wasn't really an effort to rotate. There wasn't an effort to play post plant differently. It was kind of just we're gonna peek these sites, and if it doesn't fall, it doesn't fall. So it was a
Yeah.
little bit disappointing in the booth, especially after watching the progress that these guys have made. But obviously, series ain't over. We've been a
No.
little bit harsh, we've been a little bit downer, but that's because we have to at least assess what's going on in the game right now. We're
Hmm.
not gonna hype it up because I feel like it makes the comeback even sweeter if we come back in this game too. So hopefully they're gonna be able to shake it. We are going to be moving to bind, if I'm
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, we're
We can
gonna
take a
be
look at the maps real quick.
yeah, for sure. We're moving to bind map 2. So gonna have to see how they want to play this. I think that our champ pool is pretty okay
Hmm.
for bind especially, so I don't think I'd be too worried about it, but we are gonna take a quick tiny little break here in the oh,
Maybe not.
actually no.
I
We're
think
we're
we're I
rolling
think we're
straight
gonna
into it.
we're gonna see some character choices here, and
Yeah, let's take a look.
this is gonna be IT's map pick, I believe. Don't quote me on
Ooh.
that. But what we've actually seen, surprisingly enough, has been Valpo has won the other team's map pick and typically struggled on their own, if not just lost it. So
Yeah.
hopefully Bind comes in a little better. It'll be interesting to see the composition because I don't know if they've played Bind yet this year. I don't think so.
That's what I'm wondering. I was like,
Um,
I know that we had a raise. I know that we have a
we
I
had
haven't
Rays on
yeah, yeah,
Lotus,
yeah.
but
I
that
know
was
we have
already
a
party, and this one's gonna be Johan, it
yeah.
appears.
Well, I know we also had the fade, right? So I'm
Fade
thinking of
was
like
Ramon's operator, yeah.
yeah, our
So
champ pool isn't that different. And egg going back to it looks yeah going back to Omen here. I've seen this right. Egg used to play a bunch of Omen before playing that. Z Killer,
yeah,
you can't lock that champion. That is Vito. That's the new champion. Do not.
yeah.
I
I
think
think
he's just hovering it for fun. Yeah, there's no lock there.
go ahead and lock it in. That's a win for us
Please,
actually. If you
please
do
lock
lock
it in.
that in, please lock
Please
it
lock it
in.
in.
We will say something after the first round, so it's official. But nah, that all of the map switches and the new character are not in effect yet until the 28th for the GLEC. So for our last game, Vito will be someone that is viable.
Mhm.
Interesting choice in the Phoenix here on Bind. He's had stints where he was the duelist you played on Bind. Very few when they upped his flash speed.
Mhm.
But you know, very very interesting choice. Traditionally you see the Rays that Valpo's running, and then
Yeah.
Cypher, pretty usual. Deadlock kind of fell out. Must be back with these new recharge changes.
Yeah, I'm
Getting
gonna be
that
honest.
wall and stuff must be kind of huge now. With how long it stays up, because I know they made the wall bigger, I believe,
Mhm.
on her initial buff, and I think it stays up longer now. So
Yeah.
probably, I mean, both teams played it. We haven't seen any bind this year though, so.
Yeah. There's obviously a setup here for Deadlock that
Hmm.
teams are looking for, especially with the new patch. So
See
I'm
what.
not gonna act like oh I don't know what's going on because I figured something's going on if both teams are locking it. But somewhat similar comps. I do like Valpo kind of focusing a little bit more on defense here. With the Cypher pick,
Yeah, double
right? Going
sentinel.
going double Sentinel,
Hmm.
especially after how much they struggled on defense last round. I like it. You change it up a little bit. Get a couple of spots, and then Johan immediately gonna blast pack out through mid. Hello, Ping,
Just not
and Ping
finding
just
it.
wins it. Oh my goodness.
That's been
Yeah,
the
he is
story.
just not finding that shot. I like the idea, but Ping is just on fire right now. That's gonna be 3 down on point. Immediately flash shot. You could tell he's feeling it because he just walked up instantly. Egg with Artie Party with a crazy 180 there, being able to take that shot, and that's gonna clear him out at least on B site. So you have to walk around through backside maybe because you have Spike on A.
Yeah, this is going to be near impossible to recover. Ping low on the side of IT. But once again, the same thing we saw last time. Valpo has a great opening. They are on the first guy. He's caught with his pants down, and they just don't shoot him.
Yeah.
They only took him down to not even into the red, about half HP, and that's just not going to get the job done. Artie Party, though, suddenly a 2v3, and
Okay,
it's
Artie.
looking possible.
Yeah, and Egg coming up around corner here. Looking for the jump shot, but again, doesn't find it. Brim going down 1, though, but Artie falling down just slightly. But
I mean, that's a round win if we get either one of those kills, I believe.
Yep.
And we just aren't fighting it, 3 right-click attempts for both of them.
Yeah.
And not able to take out 100 HP. Brimstone may have had armor. I know Phoenix is not going to be buying armor.
Yeah.
In
Phoenix,
round 1.
Phoenix had Sheriff, so.
Yeah, so he definitely couldn't have unless someone's dropping him Sheriff.
Yeah.
So.
That's rough.
And yeah, it's just been Valpo not shooting back. At this point, it's just a gun thing. There's not a strategy thing for the most part. A lot of the strategy did work, but they haven't found anything. IT though walking out of Hookah here, and once again, just gonna get mowed down.
Why?
And then they all continued to swing, which is not in your best interest. We find one.
Hey, we found one right click. We got one.
Yeah, this was
being able to pick that, but
eco for Valpo, but
I don't know. When you have Johan swing it out, obviously you swing out in the Bulldog, stuff happens.
Bulldog
Excuse
against
me.
Classic,
You can't win that. That's not what we're mad at right now. It's that
two followed it up
when
when
people swung it right after, thinking that they weren't gonna be looking.
Yeah, Bulldog, when you're aimed in, burst fire on your eco round, it's gonna melt you.
Yeah.
It's one of the few guns you're actually looking to aim in with.
Yeah. But now, I mean, you're looking at an almost flawless round last round and into a bonus here. But Johan immediately going to take the first peek. Ping getting 1 trade off, so it is still going to be a 4v4, but you at least are on site right now. So
yeah.
Johan with the Phantom as well, being able to go around U-Haul is going to be huge here.
I think.
Oh my goodness, that's not the name. My callouts are terrible. Don't ever play a comp game with me. I be saying the wrong shit all the time. Excuse my language. Gamer Films immediately falling down. Johan getting at least a wallbang there, but 2 are going to fall from Valpo. You have Wilhelm in the top. Ramon going to be able to trade off. It is a 2v1. You have the spike, so they do have vision. Bacon is really low, and you have Vandal. So it's just Wilhelm in heaven is going to be really rough here.
Yeah. Honestly, might look for a TP, but going to swing out way too wide for the heaven angle. And once again, found the site, waited out the molly, but then lost when the swings happened. We knew at least one was showers.
Yep.
So it blows my mind that he's able to swing out and they're caught by surprise. We know that's where the molly came from. And and also that initial pick, I'm surprised Phoenix didn't die way faster. We knew he flashed from there. We knew someone from a close area shot the fade eye that lands in Cubby. It's just, it's like they're not connecting the dots.
Yeah,
it's kind of all laid out right there, and I'm not sure what the solution's really gonna be.
Yeah, if we're gonna swing Johan right with util, we can't have a chance for them to trade somebody back off Johan, right? Like, you can't have Phoenix walk back up and be able to shoot somebody else on your team. But if you're gonna swing with no util, then you have to swing at the same time, right? Like there's many little rules in all these kind of engagements, and Valpo's kind of just getting the order mixed up because Phoenix is just gonna walk around the side. There's 2 flashes right there. It's trying to peek it out. There we go. All right, be able to finish off the ult there at least. So you are still stuck at a long. You have 1 in TP as well because Deadlock is right there.
The behind.
Yeah, it's a bit rough because he has those doors. Yep, you can see Wilhelm is just waiting for Cypher to peek it back out so they can at least break that trip without noticing. But Gamerfilm's going to be able to trade one, but Ramon falls as well, so that's a lot of util down on your side. Gamerfilm's just stuck in showers, not going to be able to take anything as Ping picks him off there. Artie Party with the Stinger kind of roaming around the side. Going to be able to find one at least, but
Not
you were just...
impossible, but I mean, it's going to be really rough having to recover. And then Viper should just
Yeah,
get
Viper's
a
just moving.
elimination in the back here. Don't think Artie Party is going to be able to make a move here on time.
Yep. Hey, I like the movement though.
Yeah.
Does get picked off, but
Low buy for Valpo, obviously, so I'm not surprised at the result of the round. This one is going to be massive. There's going to be guns for near everyone. Egg, you know, still off to a very slow start. Just need to see him come online or Gamer Films.
it's just not been his day today. It happens. It is not a...
Yeah.
Games like this where your shots just don't land sometimes happen. I don't put that past him. So hopefully going to be able to get back on his feet at least for a couple of rounds because it is 4-0 right now in favor of IT.
Yeah, I want to see them start playing together and stop look like they're tilt queuing ranked. From, you know, a GA's perspective here. Like, I know we're better than this. Like,
Oh,
that's a bit unfortunate, but Johan getting spammed through the wall, Ramon following it up, and Gamerfield. Like, I mean, no, we didn't see any of that, but like, multiple
kinda glad we
of us
didn't.
are getting sprayed through the wall by a Viper with a Phantom. Like,
I'm kind of glad we didn't see that. No lie. Just, this is something.
also, you know, interesting on the side of Valpo. No flashes.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
I mean, an attack or a defensive side comp, but even then, you know, no flashes. They knew they were starting on offense here. Artie Party really kind of the only one awake right now, it seems. And then he's your lurk, so he's maybe trying to find one, hopefully on a good time in. Valpo possibly gonna send it. Ping a little weak, but the rotate call has come out, and
Brim's just gonna drop that one way over mid here, trying to look for TP. Ping holding the flash, waiting just peek the corner there, but they are just gonna try and slow rotate over to B site. You do have Artie at least up in a little bit. I do like the idea of if Artie is right now your highest DPS, like send him in. Right, like just push with him, as you're gonna see Johan and Artie Party popping around, but just not being able to turn around for that sensor to take it out enough, and immediately getting tapped out by Deadlock. There's now you have the bind, gonna have to pull it back off, and the slowdown is enough for Wilhelm to just walk right through as Ramon not being able to hold that site. Artie Party gets ulted by Deadlock as well, and just the push is completely killed.
yeah, no, waited way too long. I mean,
Good on Void Lord at least to be able to hold down site solo. Like
Yeah.
that was like peak Deadlock performance is what we look for right there. That is exactly what you want to do as that character.
Not sure if the grenade was used at the beginning of the round, but you have to assume, you know, it's been meta since Deadlock came out to place the sound sensor right under the window because it's not shootable.
Yeah.
You have to either break it with something like a shock dart, raise grenade, you know, whatever that may be.
I think honestly, I think Ray's grenade was used mid before the one-way went up.
It could have been, yeah, but you know, you can also use the satchels even to break it. And going into showers
nice.
with this,
There we
this
go.
is good, but I mean, Phoenix is gonna wreak havoc.
There's
here,
still one in
probably.
showers. There we go, Johan. Johan finds the second one right there, and then Cypher immediately. Ping just walks out and then face checks it, and Ping finds two. Artie Party going to be able to find the third. You do have the ult up as well, Ramon. Being able to walk around the Deadlock here. But yeah, you've just completely flopped the side, so...
Oh,
he
out.
doesn't land
grabs
it.
anyone.
Yeah, and Wilhelm is just going to trade off Artie Party because of that. You have Spike planted though, so you do have control, but Wilhelm, the poison going to be able to tick off Gamer Films, and now all that's left is Ramon with a Stinger trying to hold this, and you're just completely split. Yeah, here come the two from IT and tries to walk away, but Wilhelm peeks around, gets the third one, and Valpo loses it on a pretty strong start for the round.
Yeah, just unaware that Phoenix could be there, and then getting pinged, and you know, we use Cypher ult, and still no one ready, and able to almost get three. It only gets two, but I mean,
something's in the water. You know what? That's what I'm gonna start believing it. I feel like, did you do something like evil to somebody?
I did not.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like, did I like cut somebody off on the road? Did I like
Wasn't even
not
any
help somebody with?
traffic. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Did I litter somewhere? What did we do to curse this team? Because this is it's one of those where
It's just
this
like,
is more negative than I usually am in the booth, and quite frankly, that's because we've seen the improvements that this team has made in this game, especially with Johan with a pick right here. It feels like we've taken 2 steps forward and 5 steps back.
yeah, it's a little disappointing because we know they're better than this. We've
Extremely
seen
better.
it in Johan just with a lazy swing there. I know the crunch is coming in out of the rest of the team here, but
Yeah,
One
but
enemy
then
remaining.
it's just no one's finding
Yeah.
the one player. It's one player basically every round that is allowed to just do whatever they want. And for some reason, we can't shoot back against whoever that ends up being designated to.
Yeah, it's IT is now they take the pick, right? And they're not taking the pick and backing up because they know that Valpo will then walk 1, 2, 3 right behind them. Like
Yeah.
we've done it multiple rounds
Yeah.
at this point. So if you get one pick on Valpo, just hold your crosshair right there and wait for them to walk into it. I feel like that's. Oh, well. Hey, there's a positive. There's a silver lining at the end of this, and is the fact that this is one game. You know?
Yeah.
It is one game that now with Valorant having replays, you'll be able to check the replay and make corrections from. So Johan immediately going to swing around this, but Z Killer just finds 2 in a row again right here over C. And then Artie Party going to be able to trade that back, but Z Killer just walks up straight through the smoke, being able to trade that off. That's 3 kills for him.
Johan might be able to
Hello.
turn this round around.
There we go, Ramon.
Yeah, good stuff out of Ramon.
But just bad timing on the. And I think
A
I
little
think Ping.
toxicity there out of Indiana Tech.
No. Ping was the dude that died.
He was the guy, yeah, that got shotgunned.
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
I feel like nice shot there is a little BM, no? Because you're shotgunning at close range in a corner.
I mean, it's crazy. How much money they get in their program this year?
More than us. So if that's BM, that's crazy. We were begging
That's
people
fine.
to just
Hey.
come join the Valorant team.
Hey, listen. We can rag on our team. You can't say anything.
No.
Don't
That-
say anything.
That doesn't feel like
That's
an
crazy.
actual nice shot to me. You get buckied and you're typing nice shot because you're winning the game. That's a little, come on.
That's crazy.
Like-
That's crazy.
Kick a guy when he's down.
Life is sometimes too miserable for people. It's all right though.
Yeah.
We just moving through mid. I mean, there's the one way again. You still have the util, but
It's not gonna go well. They're not
What
going
can
to
you
clear
say?
this, I don't think. Fade all out of IT. Sure, Brimstone didn't look up after seeing that. We'll get sprayed through because of it, but we're just staying in the smoke while the bullets are raining in.
it's gonna be a 3v3 here. Pink's still waiting for a rotation here. Is Valpo kind of just stuck in this mid? They're waiting for somebody to peek it again. I don't think they're gonna peek it again, but it looks like they do. I was wrong. As Egg falls in, and then Artie Buddy right there, and might be able to trade out the first round here.
Yeah, this round's gonna be very difficult to win. Even with Cypher and Omen low, that bomb is gonna get planted, and they should be aware that a flank could come in here. Omen not in the best position. I don't like this guy just sitting out here. Probably will get caught very soon. Actually,
Sees it.
gonna be alerted though.
It's a good flash.
TP out as well.
There we go.
Party finding that one.
We on the board. We
Yeah.
on the board.
I mean, this half could end 9-3. It's not impossible. Fade all up and the Rays rocket. So very easy to get dynamic and explosive in this round and catch IT lacking. But it's just been the gunfights, Just haven't won any gunfights.
That's crazy.
Haven't seen Johan. We haven't really seen anybody, Usually we're looking for Johan to be the guy that does pop off, but we've seen all of them have those moments, and it's been no one. It's been really rough for Egg, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It seems. Brimstone gonna sit in the same spot. That ult should catch. And, he will die. But they don't have any showers control. Johan going to look to clear it. And just won't find one. I don't know if that's because they're sitting at different computers than normal or what's happening right now. They are. That's not cope. We might sound like we're coping a little bit, but they are sitting at different computers and monitors. So
Two things can be true at the same time.
they
It
are,
is copium, but like,
they
there's
do
always
usually
something.
sit at the 240 hertz, and they're not. So
hey, we'll see.
could be a little bit of a switch up, but
Oh, that's just
Gamer
torture.
Films just
That's just
unfortunately
torture.
grabbed there by 3 different things, not able to get out.
Yeah, that was like death of 1,000 cuts. That wasn't even like. Valorant, that was just torture.
Yeah, I don't know what you
Last
even. There's
round
nothing you
in
can
the
really do
half.
there, and it might be a repeat of the last game, 10-2 half.
I'd like it to be a repeat of the last game, 10-2 half.
Yeah,
We'll
we
see if they go 11-1.
need this, but I mean, you know, it's a very long road ahead of them. They need
You
to
also got
not
no
be
ult.
checked out right now. Yeah, everything got committed in the last one. Looking at the scoreboard, Gamer Films is close, but
You're
they haven't been fighting for the Shower's orb. They've been giving it freely to IT here. This Brimstone smoke is going to come down. They just need to be very careful. Viper ult is popped A short, so I think Valpo just needs to look at pivoting away.
Bring them down.
it's gonna be 2 down immediately. There's the
Bring
ults.
them down.
You can just feel the kind of disadvantage that the ult economy has given them for
Yeah.
IT going into this round because they just have hold instantly as 2 down for the side of Valpo. Egg gonna be able to trade out 1 there with the blind as well coming to the side.
Does know Viper's
You
cross.
should hear the corner. Yeah.
An
But they just
opportunity
too slow.
there, but
Yep.
moving back and forth a little too much. The site has been flipped. Spike will come down, but this is gonna be a rough 4v2. We'll
Picks
find
up
the
Ramon finds
first.
Last player standing.
Gamer Film's gonna fall. Ramon had one.
Yep.
Unfortunately, though, shot it the second as they jumped over. Would have been caught in the deadlock ult either way, I think. So
A slow, painful deadlock ult.
yeah, it's gonna be a 11-1 half. Valpo moving into defense.
Yep. Well, there's a lot that you can take from this game at least. That is
Switching
the
sides.
that's the positive side. That's the thing that you always got to be looking for. Because I feel like, quite frankly, the rough part about it is that I would love to keep commentating about things that are like, oh, there's this to do, there's this to do. But quite frankly, George and I have touched on it already multiple times. And our biggest issue is that if we can touch on it earlier on in the game and then it stays prevalent through the rest of the game, it's
Yeah,
not a good thing.
is nah, no. When it's a negative
So,
thing that needs switched, you know.
yeah.
We haven't had too much high to note on. It's kind of looked very repetitive over and over out of Valpo, and I'm
We'll bring it
just
back.
not sure what, you know, what's going on. You know, I don't know if it's because
Telling you, I'm a chalk it up. Obviously, you know, I'm not on the team, right? I'm gonna chalk it up to a bad day. I'm gonna chalk it up
I mean,
to
it very well could be.
something in the water today that's just making us evil. And I feel like the evil version of Valpo
Evil
Valorant's
Valpo.
yeah, evil Valpo is alive. You gotta talk to Evil Ash. Evil Ash on the lead team, but 2 are immediately gonna fall for Valpo. Artie's gonna at least trade 1, but I mean all that's left is Johan with Sheriff in back
And
against 4. As you're gonna see, Viper immediately walks up, gonna be able to at least get traded off, but Z-Killer just taking the kill there, and Valpo is 1 round away from a 2-0 here.
yeah,
Pretty dominant 2-0 by IT.
it's disappointing because some of the teams we've seen IT play against, we've played as well, and it wasn't like this. You know, they didn't beat these other teams
You know what?
to this
I'll
way.
take this.
Are they gonna do a knife
Artie-
fight? Is there
Artie
a way
called
to
it-
get into free cam?
Already called a knife fight.
How do we get into free cam? Do you know?
Oh,
know. I
I
wanted to get
forgot the keybind. I forgot the keybind.
Google
Is it F?
It's not F.
Okay.
No abilities. We'll see. If anyone lies. Oh. We know what it is.
No, they're
Google
just
AI. Oh,
lying to
that's
me.
an ability.
Oh my goodness.
That's an ability. Who used that? Which deadlock? What's deadlock's thing? I can't tell. Let's just
No clue,
Cycle
but,
through. Oh,
Both are down.
I don't know what's
It's gonna
happening.
be 2 down, Vapo.
Last
Uh,
player
Oh,
gonna lose the knife
we
fight
didn't
as
even
well.
win the knife fight. Oh.
I don't know who used
You know
the
what?
ability, but
At least there was a little bright ending to that game. You know,
yeah.
you can swap us back over, but you gotta take the little victories. But we didn't even get the little victory as we lost the
No.
knife fight.
Yeah, not much for us to say on that one. We could possibly, this was very short. We could, if you're interested, we could possibly see if Rocket League's still happening and join midway. I mean, they had a game going. Theirs is going to be a little more Valpo favored, probably.
Yeah, I mean we could take a look,
We
but
can
if
take a
they're
look, but they might already be,
Yeah.
with how their games go, they might already have won 4-0 at this
Yeah.
point.
Well,
So.
they might have 4-0'd, and also it might just be rough for them if they keep rematching. Like they might just want to keep rematching. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll take a look. But either way, if you don't see us on stream again,
Hmm.
it's obviously because we couldn't get in. But if you do see us on stream again, we'll see you in a little bit. But otherwise, thank you for all the comments and likes. Obviously, not a game we're proud of today, but this is a long season. It's something, and it's a skill to be able to shake off games like this
Yeah,
and move on to the next one. So
and
hopefully,
I would like to point out, I know we talked about this was possibly to qualify for a chance to go to like the playoffs in the LAN.
yes,
So Valpo losing this is not out of it.
yeah,
Um, there is still a possibility for them to go and compete in the GLEC LAN
yeah,
in South Bend in November. So don't think, this bad result has removed them from it. One bad day. They've fortunately won some other games here. We've seen them get their first couple wins under the belt and has propelled them into a spot where they could make that LAN. I think it's 8 teams, so plenty of
yeah,
opportunity to be that way. But tomorrow, it's Thursday, right? We're back with some Smash Bros. Won't
yes,
be either of us. You'll be seeing Aubrey and Wes.
yeah.
But GLEC Smash, funny enough, against Indiana Tech again. They needed to reschedule all of their games
Yeah,
for GLEC.
yeah.
So
No, we
we'll be
had that
back.
too on the league team. The
Yep.
difference is their league team is a couple calibers up here compared to ours. So that game,
Scholarship money does wonders
hey,
for your program.
hey,
You can pull so you get some good. You get some people that are
the
interested
money
in
the
playing
money
with
is
the
nice,
money.
but it's one thing to have money. It's another thing to actually use that money to get some damn good players because those
Yep.
guys are crazy.
You
Those
still got
guys
to
are
go out
solid.
there.
That's some.
Still got to go out there
That's,
and find the recruits, and
yep,
they've done a great
that's
job,
true. They
especially
did
with
it.
their league team. They did
That's
a
true.
great job with
We
that.
were we were a bit.
Their Rocket League team as well. Since we're just handing
Their
out
team is.
props to Indiana
You know
Tech,
what? Yeah.
they're like top 5 in
At
the
this point,
country.
let's just change the logo. Change the
Change the
logo.
logo.
Let's just
Yeah,
turn this into a
we'll
glaze.
just
Nah, screw that. Whatever. Um, but I think that's gonna be it from
Indiana
us in the
Tech
booth
pay
here.
us.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'll keep talking about it. You send some money this way. I got a cosplay stream coming up.
Can
If
you Indiana Tech? I know you guys probably get a little bigger budget than us. Can you drop 30 subs
Can you
right now,
drop?
please?
Hey,
Please,
send some racks my way, please. Send some
John
bands.
Tech, can you
Yeah, John, Mr.
subscribe?
Mr. John
Mr.
Tech, can
John
you please
Tech?
subscribe to put me in a Halloween outfit and sing? I'll do it, man. I don't
Yeah.
care. But no, we're just joking, obviously.
Hmm.
IT always been a competitor, so
Yeah.
we see them around the bend a couple of times. So uh, that's gonna be it from us, honestly, in the booth here today.
Yeah. Very small chance we come back with Rocket League. They're
Yeah,
probably already over. They've been dominating everything. So
but otherwise, thank you guys for all the likes, comments, and all the
tomorrow,
support.
4 p.m. though.
Yes.
A little
So,
earlier than normal. So 4 p.m. Central.
yep, and we will see you guys tomorrow.